Summer is here and it's hot already. A massive heat wave has overtaken parts of the US, and we have a few more days until summer officially begins. If you'd like to save money, learn how to grow your own food, become more self-sufficient, and talk all things preparedness, you can start right now by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Now, where I live, we've already seen temperatures rise well into the 90s. Both of my central AC units are down, and parts are on back order thanks to the global supply chain shortage. This summer promises not only to be hot, but as experts warn, a summer of shortages, power outages, and violence are extremely likely. In Australia, blackouts have already happened, and most recently here in Ohio. The time to prepare is running out. Whether you believe it or not, Shtf is coming. Now, we've all seen the empty shelves at the store with items like chicken, canned goods, produce, baby formula, and now even tampons. Now, maybe you don't eat chicken, or maybe you don't use tampons, but soon enough, some item that you need and rely upon is not going to be available on the shelf. What are you going to do then? Now, I know that times are tough right now. Prices on everything are skyrocketing, and there's no end in sight. According to many financial and economic experts, they expect this high inflation to last well into the next 10 years. You see, these problems we are facing are twofold. Not only are there product shortages happening all over the world, but prices have risen so high that many people throughout the world are on the brink of starvation. Now, maybe not here in the US just yet, but I strongly believe that by this time next year, many Americans will be priced out of the market. Wages, as you know, have not risen equally to combat this new round of ongoing inflation. Again, I believe that in 1 year's time, many people simply won't be able to afford the basic things they used to take for granted. Think about it. Everything has went up in price, and it's continuing to go higher by the week, and in some instances by the day. Now, for me personally, I know my grocery bills have risen an extra $100 per week, or on average an extra $400 per month. My utility bills like electricity have jumped to over an extra $100 per month, and it costs over $100 now to fill up my car with gas. Subscription services like Amazon and Netflix have also recently raised their rates too. And if your city or county is where you live is greedy like mine, they just decided to raise personal property taxes too. So just when you're faced with rising costs on everything, and I mean everything, here comes Uncle Sam demanding more. Many people are struggling right now all across this country, and for that matter, all across the world. Food banks and churches that have food pantries are running out of food. A massive influx of people and families now have to depend upon someone else just to feed their families. Now you tell me, do you think things are going to get better a year from now? And if you do think that they are, what logic or what factors are you basing your answer on? You see, a lot of what's going on right now all over the world in regards to shortages and inflation is simple supply and demand. When something is in short supply, the seller of that product can charge more because more people need that product. But when the market is flooded with a product, the seller typically has to charge less for it because there aren't that many buyers looking to purchase that particular product. Now, that's only one part of the problem. Now, believe it or not, there are powers that control this world that want us to be priced out of the market. They want gas to cost $20 a gallon, milk and orange juice $10 or $12 a gallon. They need things that get so bad that you're willing to give up everything, and I mean everything, for a simple loaf of bread. Now, that's about as far as I'm going into the powers that be. If you'd like to learn more about that, please read your Bible. Look at the book of Daniel, look at the book of Revelation, and other books talking about these end-time prophecies. You see, prices are continuing to rise, and the time to prepare, as I said, is running out, folks. How much more do you need to see before you realize that things aren't going back to normal? How much more has to happen before you realize that no one from the government is going to save you? You see, the elites right now are buying bunkers. Some are probably even closing the deal on a new underground bunker right now as you're watching this video. Things all around the world are heating up. The Pope just said that World War III is already starting. One of the heads of the United Nations is warning, and been warning for months, that famine is a real possibility for many countries around the world. Now, we've recently seen with Peru, Sri Lanka, Iran, and others, people are protesting and rioting for the cost of food. And don't think it's strange, folks, that in the next year, that will be happening here if things do not change. Also, here in the United States, the Department of Homeland Security recently released a terrorism warning bulletin and said to expect violent times in the months ahead. Places that's going to be targeted are going to be churches, government officials and buildings, as well as racial and ethnic minority groups. You see, things are getting bad, and they're getting bad quickly. So you need to take these things seriously and get prepared right now. You need to stock as much food, water, and supplies that you can afford right now. Now, especially if you have children in a family. Those children are counting on you, and they depend on you. So please don't get caught off guard and not have the essentials that you need when SHTF does happen, folks. Well, guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and be blessed.